Today's episode is brought to you by Planet Earth. Planet Earth has given you everything from every single thing that you love to everything that terrifies you, and every single possible reason that you could possibly be alive. It all comes from the planet Earth, which all comes from the sun, which comes from the galaxy, which comes from the universe, which comes from unexplained phenomenon. And we'll have a lot more on that later, so don't worry about it. So we're just getting outside into nature, and we're sitting out here in the desert, and it's Halloween, and it's still hot in the morning, and that's cool. I'm totally cool with that. It feels like springtime around this time of year, and it's been really nice. You see all the little sproutlings. When you look in little areas where water deposits in the soil, then you see all these little bright green sproutlings just shooting up, a bunch of tiny little miracles coming out of the ground. And one of the things I've been thinking about lately was the fact that when we become really still and we really focus our awareness and become as still as we can with our awareness, we begin to notice so many wonderful things. We begin to notice the tiny miracles in everything, particularly in nature, but even in a normal place like your home, just watching the natural light. That's Eckhart Tolle talks about watching the natural light in some of his books and recordings. But that's just a simple miracle that I'm trying to tell you about. And we see these simple little miracles, like all of the ants on the ground right here. Let's see, out here we got these guys. They're bigger than you might see. These guys probably bite, so I don't want them getting near me. But yeah, little opportunities for strength, right? Instead of obstacles. So I'm just out here and I'm thinking of like all the best ways to optimize living life, and to just live life as best as I can while I'm here, and to make life the best I can for everyone around me while I'm here. And that's what it all comes down to. And that's why I always just come out here to get that clarity, because it always just helps me to remember that and see that clearly. When you spend a lot of time in the same place, it's hard to keep the clarity that you once had when you stay in the same place for a long time, doing the same thing for a long time. And if that's a position you're in, you need to make some changes, and you can get that clarity and you'll be fine. But the best way, though, is to start to notice those small miracles by staying very, very still, and being able to like receive those small miracles that are everywhere. And that'll help you to get the clarity you need, and it'll probably help you have an emotional experience that'll inspire you to make some changes in your life that you need to be made. I just gotta move because we have little friends, and I don't mind the little friends. I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful because I don't want to get bit by any ants. But yeah, I like coming out here. You might notice in the Get Outside into Nature series that I come out to this area a lot. I come out to this area a lot, and I like coming out here because there's a lot of different views. There's the nice hills back over here, and then we have the Magic Mountains over there that I often show you guys. And there's a view over the city in that direction too. And there's a nice little park right here with a group of trees, so it's like a mini forest, and the sun is always in the perfect position where it's giving that golden light on the trees, and I just love it. It's like, oh, it's wonderful. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. It is outrageously clarifying and inspiring. It's great. It's great. Get outside into nature now. Don't waste any more time. Don't waste any more time in the fog or in the repetitive motions. Break your habit right now and get outside into nature the next chance you get. And just breathe in the fresh air. Get outside in the morning if you can. And like around the time the sun is rising, that's the best time. and just take all of it in, all of the air, and be really still. Notice all of the small miracles. Get yourself really inspired, and break out the paper if you can. The paper for the notes. But that's where you start to make changes. That's where I've always felt really inspired. That's where I've made some big changes and big positive changes in my life. Positive changes in my thinking and in my beliefs were at those times of the day when it was early in the morning and I was just taking everything in, all of the air and the small miracles, and being very, very still. That's always when I have had very good changes. I think another thing about what I wanted to tell you guys today, the other thing I wanted to tell you guys today was you need to be ready to receive good things coming your way, because there are always good things coming your way all the time. There's always good things coming your way. And sometimes it's the same thing and you're starting to take it for granted. You got to give yourself some kind of shift so you can start to appreciate that thing more. And but that's a side note. Appreciate the good things in your life, like the roof over your head and the sun on the trees and your tea, the fresh air, your family, your kids, your parents, your siblings, your friends, each and every little bug flying. Just find a way to appreciate everything and to not take it for granted. But this also applies to events in your life. And for example, a huge example for me, I really wanted to get into construction work or a general labor job, and I just got hired at McDonald's, and I start tomorrow. McDonald's, ah! Yeah, but I got hired there, and I could look at that as something terrible because it's McDonald's, or I could look at it as something great because I got a job. And I don't have the best looking resume. I got a good resume, but it's not. I don't think it's the best. And and I managed to actually get hired at a place, and I start tomorrow, and I have my uniform and everything. So I'm super excited about that, and I received that in a positive way. And I chose consciously to be ready for that. I was waiting for the call when they're actually going to call me into work, and when I got that, I was able to be happy and excited about it, you know. And that's something that someone could totally take the opposite way. So be very aware of how you are receiving things. If you're just getting annoyed at everything you have to do, or irritated or angry at everything you have to do, or giving like a tired response to everything you have to do, or you can choose, maybe it's something a bit more enthusiastic, but definitely something more positive. Definitely an attitude of going with it and taking it and being thankful. You know, I'm taking this. Thank you for this. This is great. That's you can have like whatever attitude you want about it, but I don't recommend picking a bad attitude when you can pick a good one. So when you have it in you, always just have a good attitude when things are happening in your life. And even the terrible things that happen when people, your loved ones get sick, when your loved ones get really sick, when you start losing loved ones, you have to turn those events into reasons for you to do even better. You have to turn those into reasons for you to explore more and to live life even more to the fullest. You have to turn those into reasons to do more good. So with that, I think I really laid out my point today. And I'm going to show you the Magic Mountains because I love to do that. And the Magic Mountains are over here. Oh, I cannot zoom right now, but that's where they are. Those are the Magic Mountains. I love the Magic Mountains in this time of day. They're wonderful. It's lovely out here. Watch some Bob Ross and have a great day. Peace and love.